Tactical shooter. There's a phrase which means a lot of not very much, but is rather in at the moment. The XCOMs are tactical shooters. Evolve is a tactical shooter. Rainbow Six Siege is a tactical shooter. Battlefield Hardline is apparently a tactical shooter. It's a pretty amorphous genre tied together by the promise of shooting and tactics. Whatever else it might entail is anyone's guess, but we can be sure of something. This is a tough neighborhood, and everyone wants a piece of the action. LA Cops kind of almost sort of nearly manages to stand out. I say kind of almost sort of nearly because it teeters on the edge of pulling you in, but it niggles. And this niggling can be traced back to one decision in its development. They're not off the force yet, but Dev's modern dream will have to work hard for promotion. 3D Hotline Miami. 3 words which sum up LA Cops rather well. It's not a criticism, there is no shame in obvious inspirations when the core loop stands up to iteration and effort has been put in to develop the idea. And the changes Modern Dream have made take LA Cops in a promising direction. A la Hotline Miami, you bust into an isolated level and massacre its inhabitants without being shot more than is good for you. About once, really. Apparently, you can arrest people. I did not discover this until I had exterminated every living thing. But hey, you can't scream police brutality if you've been shot in the neck. There are 2 game changers. First, cops never work alone. You flick between 2 characters with a tap of R and the idling copper fires in a cone where you've placed him. It lays the groundwork for exciting, wait for it, tactical considerations on the placement of your buddy and the best angle of assault. Do you attack from 2 fronts or send both your boys in blue through the front door in a hail of lead? Second, LA Cops takes place in 3D spaces. The camera is at a fixed height but can be rotated through 360 degrees. I failed to grasp this and got shot a lot. Turns out corners are really good at hiding bad guys. Hotline Miami was all in the execution, no pun intended. The LA Cops distinguishes itself in the demand for forward planning, placing it more towards the XCOM end of the tactical shooty spectrum. Through subtle and decidedly less subtle design choices, Hotline Miami, yes, I will keep talking about it. Hotline Miami showed us that we don't need a reason to enjoy a healthy spree of sadistic murder fun in a game. It's just fun. With the base mechanics eliciting primal glee, the story might as well not be there. But Modern Dream have said, sod it, you're having one anyway. LA Cops is dressed in 70s police uniform. Loud, brash stereotypes of cops called Kowalski hoovering up jam donuts and getting in hot with the chief. It's a perfect partner for the content, but so far feels more like window dressing than an integral part of the experience. This is early access, and I don't know what's coming next, but if Modern Dream pass up the opportunity for in-game banter between their team of archetypal cops, they may as well hand their badge in at reception. I want Kowalski quipping while cuffing perps and taking names, damn it! I want results! And this leads me to my main concern. LA Cops could be a classic tactical shooter when it's finished, but early access was a poor choice. A game in this class demands finesse and fluidity. When you're only ever seconds from death, you need to know that each mistake was yours and yours alone. But sometimes bullets don't connect. Sometimes your partner stands about looking blank as you eat lead. Sometimes they sense the life force of bad guys and snipe them through walls. A game of decisive planning and swift execution must respond flawlessly. Currently, LA Cops is unfair, punishing the player through bugs and rough edges. And I understand that this is a game in development, but it relies so heavily on its core mechanics to impress that the fact they're unfinished may prevent players investing the time LA Cops deserves. When it's done, I see myself giving LA Cops a commendation, but I can't help feeling they filed the wrong paperwork.